Hey everybody, how's it going? It's AgentNemitz. Welcome back today to another tutorial video. I'm going to be showing you today how to play defense in NBA 2K23 Next Gen My Career. There is a lot of different things with defense that come in handy, especially because defense wins championships, right? Oh yeah. So with that in mind, I'm going to be showing you how to play defense properly. There's a couple different buttons you're going to need to know right off the bat, and that is the intense defense button, which is left trigger. You hold left trigger, and that is the intense defense button. Now the other thing is the contest button. I don't really know what it's called, and it's not necessarily a button. It's the right stick. You have the right stick, and that is how you contest shots or, you know, push back on defense. So I'll try and give an example of it the best I can. That's basically what I use. Like right now, I'm holding that right stick towards Trae Young, and it's putting Russell Westbrook's hand up when I'm not getting picked. It holds his hand up. So basically, it makes it to where I have a hand up on defense, and so those are the two basics you're going to need to know right off the bat when it comes to playing defense, because they're very important. Now, when we break it down to perimeter defense and like post defense, that's where it starts to get a little bit more complex. Because there is another button that you're going to need to know as well, and it's the post or the block button, it's the Y button or the triangle button if you're on PlayStation, but I play on Xbox. So you push the Y button, that is how you try and block things. So that's another essential button you need to know. And X is the steal button. Oh, green it with LeBron James. Speaking of greening it, if you haven't checked out my jump shot tutorial, go check that out. It's a good one. I think you would enjoy it because it's another essential thing to know for 2K is how to shoot, how to green release, all that stuff. So go check that out. But so yeah, there's the left trigger or L2, essential to know for playing defense. Y or triangle is the block button, and then you need to know the intent or the getting a hand up, which is the right stick. You push that towards your opponent, and that is how you play some defense. Putting your hand up, that's a bad shot. And then the last thing, I guess there's more than two buttons, is the X button. That's the steal button. So if you want to get a steal, you go ahead and push that X button and you will go ahead and reach. That is a great way to get fouls though. Oh, I did not shoot that, but fine. If you push the X button, it will attempt for a steal. So, sorry, like I was saying, post defense and perimeter defense are different things. There's a lot of buttons you need to know for defense, but they come in handy in many different ways. Oh, see, I just poked it loose with the X button. I went for a steal. I did poke it loose. You can jump to passing lanes, so when they try and pass, you can do that. You can push the X button when they're trying to pass between and it's close to you. That is totally a thing you can do. And then, of course, there's blocks as well. You see, they just blocked me. If you want to try and block someone, you can do that. Now, all this bearing in mind, if you're using this in My Career, make sure you have the attributes to do this. If you're going to try and get a block with someone who has no block, that's not going to happen. You're going to foul. If you're trying to get same thing. If you're trying to get a steal with someone who has no steal, like attribute rating wise, no steal, you're not going to get a steal. You're going to get a foul. So make sure you have the attributes and or badges to back this up. And then, you know, right along with that, you gotta know how to push it at the right times and all this stuff, which I'm trying to go ahead and teach you some of that right now. So right now, when I'm guarding Trae Young, I'm holding the left trigger button and the sprint button, which is right trigger. I was holding both of those in order to stay with him and stay in front of him. Now, Patrick Beverley is a good defender. Whenever you're defending someone, you either want to be holding left trigger or maybe right trigger to go faster. Those are like kind of essential buttons that you want to push while you're playing defense. So if I'm going to go ahead and play defense on Murray here, I'm holding left trigger and right trigger to go faster now. So I'll switch over here. Now, of course, you can't do that in my career. Okay, we're in the post now. I'm pushing left trigger to play in the post defense. And you got to do all these adjustments on the fly. Of course, if you're in my career, you're only playing one position. If you're a point guard, you're going to be guarding the point. If you're a center, you're going to be guarding center. This is just general defensive tips. If you want more specific defense tips, let me know with a comment down below, and I can maybe get into guard-specific, post-specific defenses, so then you have a little bit better idea. So right now I'm guarding Trae Young. I'm holding left trigger. They haven't really set me through any screens yet, but when they do, oh, here we go. You gotta bust through those with right trigger. You gotta just try. You gotta release your defense button and push through those with right trigger as fast as you possibly can. It's hard to make them play post defense, but when you are in the post, I'm gonna try and explain it without it happening. When you're in the post and they have the ball, there is a post defense. You hold left trigger. Oh, Anthony Davis just got the block. He pushed the Y button. But yeah, so if you're... Wow, nice Westbrook. If you are in the post and they're trying to post you up, you hold that left trigger button as hard as you can, and then I even use that right stick to push into them. So the right stick, see, I'm LeBron right now. If I push the right stick, my arm goes up. It plays wherever I push the right stick. So if I push it towards the person, that's where it's going to go. If I push it away from the person, the right stick is going to put my hand away from the person, if that makes sense. I'm trying to get shots off fast so then I can just go right into playing defense here. So this team doesn't like to... Oh, busting through a screen with Westbrook. I'm going to play some defense on Collins here. I'm holding left trigger right now to play defense. And then, of course, your objective with defense is really to stay in front of them as best you can. Step backs are difficult. People like Trae Young and James Harden, they're going to do some step backs on you. You can guarantee that. So, of course, if you're playing my team or Play Now, you know who you're playing with, or you should, and know what their strengths are. Patrick Beverly is or Play Now, you should know it too. Patrick Beverly is a great defender. He's not necessarily a great offensive player. He's a defender and a playmaker. Anthony Davis is a great all-around player, and he's huge. He has really long arms. He's great at blocking shots, getting steals, playing post defense. And so it's important to know the attributes of your player. If you're in my career, of course you're playing as your my career character. You should know how your my career character is going to play. And hopefully he has some defense. If he does, great. If he doesn't, too bad. Well, I'm going to try and get a steal here. It didn't work out, and it broke down. You have to be careful when you push that steal button, because if you're just playing, if they're ISOing you and you get a steal or you try and steal and it doesn't work, they're going to blow past you. You really have to be careful on defense and know what you're going to do when. So if I tried to go for a steal right now, it's not necessarily the best. I'll try it. Oh, he passed. So double teams are effective for getting steals, but it leaves someone open. So you have to know what you're doing on defense. See, I left someone open because I tried to predict. Didn't work out the best for me. Now, another important thing to note on defense, and it's essential, basketball staple, is playing or boxing out. And that's like whenever a shot goes up, you box someone out. So what you do is a shot goes up, and if you're in front of the person, you hold that left trigger, which is your intense defense button, and your guy will go from playing defense to boxing out real quick. And all the automatic AI players, they do that automatically. But if you're controlling someone who's down low, it's important to box out. If you're playing in my career, you will even get an attribute bonus for a successful box out. So whether you successfully do it or not, that's up to your strength and badges and stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to get a steal here. Yep. See, I played the passing lane and pushed X right at the time where they were trying to pass it to my guy, and I got a steal because of it. You got to pay attention to stuff like that, and it'll happen. But anyway, so boxing out, it's very important. I'll try and show you if they happen to do it again. Oh, another steal. Wow. So the way you box out, like I was saying, is when a shot goes up, you just hold left trigger, and it will box out the closest person to you. If there's nobody near you, then you don't need to box out. But if there's someone by you, you definitely want to box out. I'm trying to get this scenario to show up so I can show you how to box out, but it's not doing it. So they're not doing it successfully. See, like, I couldn't box anybody out right there. He was wide open. So I went through holding down the intense defense button. I went through trying to get steals, getting blocks at the right time. You basically, if you want to try and block someone, you think you can. Like if I think I was gonna with Anthony Davis, someone drove into the paint and he went up for a shot, I would just push the Y button and try and block him instantly. So that's as simple as that, right? And then I went through boxing out. I went through the majority of stuff. The only thing I haven't went through really is when you when you're on defense and you're close to the basket, there's an opportunity for a defensive rebound to happen from time to time. And of course, getting a rebound is actually the same button as going for a block. So if they were going to go ahead and take a shot, hopefully they're going to. Oh, Anthony Davis pushed the Y button to interrupt that right there. So getting rebounds is the same whether you're on offense or defense. It's the same as going for a block, like I said. And it's, you know, after a shot happens, after a shot goes up and your guys are getting a rebound, you literally right there. I just pushed the Y button with Anthony Davis. I was playing defense. I put my hands up with that right stick button and he missed. So then I pushed the Y button and went up for a rebound right afterwards. And that's just how it was, and I got the rebound. So those are the essentials that you need to know for playing defense, the basics, the breakdown of it. And I hope that made sense. If you have any questions whatsoever on defense, if I didn't explain something well enough, let me know in the comments down below. I'm willing to help out and answer questions any way I can, and try and answer stuff. If you enjoyed the tutorial, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for me. I really appreciate it. And any tutorial recommendations you may have, let me know with a comment down below. And I will see you on the next video, everybody. So hope you have a great day. Take care, and goodbye.